Hey guys, hey everybody. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, we are on. We are on. So, thank you everybody for joining me today. This is Friday. Today is my weekly show, Coffee Talk. Okay, so this is April from astrologer.com, and I do this broadcast every single Friday afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you're at in the world, but I do it on Fridays. So I go over the weekly astrology from one Friday to the next, and I let you guys know what's going on, major and minor aspects, and also a little bit of celebrity talk. But the celebrity talk, of course, is to show examples of astrology through well-known people. Okay, so good. Oh, yes. Thank you. So actually, we're still within a full moon in Aries. So happy full moon in Aries to everybody. How's the full moon been treating everyone? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments, because that moon was hecka humongous last night. Okay. Let me tell you, it was scary. It was huge, and it was in Aries, and Aries energy could be kind of angry, a little on the angry side. So I saw so many people ranting on social media. It was wild. Nothing really too wild in my world. But I am, wearing red lipstick. I'm wearing my hair a little bit. To me, it's out of control. I don't know. It's a little wild today. And I have this shirt on. It says, I do what I want. Okay. It's She-Ra. Hold on. Let me see if you guys can see. But if you are an 80s or 90s kid like me, you remember the show She-Ra. It says, I do what I want. It's She-Ra. Hopefully I'm not exposing anything I'm not supposed to. But anyway, it's She-Ra. And it says, I do what I want. Okay, so yeah, that's very Aries. Oh my gosh, sorry if I showed like my belly button or whatever. I can't really tell. I'm looking at like different screens or whatever. So sorry, guys. But yeah, when I was a little girl, I watched She-Ra. I love She-Ra. I idolize She-Ra. She's like a warrior, right? So that's very full moon and Aries type of energy is She-Ra. So yes, I do what I want. All right. The moon is conjunct Uranus and Aries, and that's total I do what I want energy. It's all about it's all about like just Uranus and Aries in general. It's very I do what I want. I'm me. I'm who I am. You need to accept it. If you don't, I don't care. I'm going to do whatever. I'm going to do it. Right. So, yeah, that's Uranus and Aries, and the moon is conjunct Uranus and Aries right now. So I'm trying to, go with the flow of the energy. Actually, it's pretty hot in here. But anyhow, so we are still in the middle of that energy. If you are able to see the moon right now, it is pretty still like full. We're still in the full moon phase. And yeah, it's still in Aries. It's going to be in Aries for a few more hours. I just checked a minute ago and it was at 26 degrees of Aries right now. And so that means 4 more degrees, which you double that. That's 8 more hours. So for about 8 more hours, we're going to be in the Aries, the full moon Aries stage. So anyway, yes, Brother Jerry says the energy is crazy. Yes, it is indeed. So full moon in Aries, how has it been treating you guys? For me, it's been in my 6th house. The 6th house is the house of work. And I've been hearing that RuPaul song in my head. Let me tell you, I've been hearing you better work. Like I wake up in the morning and I hear it in my head. Work, work, do your thing. Yes, I've been hearing that. That's been my theme song for this full moon, because it's in the house of work. And other Scorpios and Scorpio risings will know exactly what I'm talking about. So besides that lingering energy, we are, excuse me, aw, you're not well mentally. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Vincat. Just try not to let the energy get you to like fired up. A lot of people have been fired up, and they have been expressing that But some people actually have needed to do that. One of my friends who is also an astrologer, and she's a Libra moon, she says that as a Libra moon in the 12th house, she does have a difficult time standing up for herself at times, and kind of lets people just, you know, walk over her. She's too forgiving. And she said that this full moon in Aries has really showed her she needs to stand up for herself, right? Like that there's times where this energy is needed for people like that. Or maybe if you have like a lot of water energy, a lot of passive aggressive energy, this full moon in Aries really has been like, hey, you know, you need to step it up and let people know how you feel. So yeah, that's how the energy's been affecting people. Some people need it. Some people, they already have enough fire energy, and it's been making them go way overboard. Totally overboard. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, like, did I go overboard? I'm sorry. Like, I totally could not see because of the different screens and the delay. I couldn't see if I lifted my shirt up too far. So sorry if anyone found that offensive. I hope I didn't show too much of anything. Oh my God. Now I'm all nervous about that. Now I'm all like, Uranus's energy is very nervy, and conjunct the moon, it's very nervy. So now I'm like, oh my God, are we going to get fined? Did I, I don't know. But anyway, guys, so moving along. So Sun is also conjunct Mercury right now. So the Sun conjunct Mercury, Mercury is communication and being very chatty. And so conjunct the Sun is like, you know, beaming down this mercurial energy towards all of us. So a lot of people are a little bit extra chatty and talkative and everything. So that can be good, especially if you're in a mercurial field line of work. So this is giving you guys a little bit of boost of mercurial energy. So, you know, that can help. I need to take a drink really quick to calm my nerves. You guys know this is coffee talk, but a lot of times I drink tea because I have a lot of nervy energy within myself already. So I'm sensitive to caffeine. So you guys can drink your coffee all you want. I'm gonna drink me some tea. And this is my mug today. It has made an appearance before. This says, I didn't get out of bed to be ordinary. So this is also celebrating the moon in a conjunction with Uranus and in Aries. Aries energy is so like, this is me, this is who I am. And conjunct Uranus, it just amplifies that. And Uranus's energy is all about not being ordinary, not being average, you know, getting out there and just doing you. And, you know, taking a stand for things and stuff like that. That could be Uranian energy. So, and also it's very unique. It's very quirky. I love Uranian energy. So that's why this cup. I didn't get out of bed to be ordinary. Okay. Did you guys? So let me take a sip really quick and see what's going on in the chat. Oh my gosh. I'm like so worried about, oh my God, did I lift my shirt up? You know, I'm a Scorpio rising, and Scorpio, they always say, oh, Scorpio energy is so sexy and all this stuff. Trust me, a lot of us were secretive and private people, so we're not just running around exposing ourselves everywhere. We're like, also, we're kind of the opposite. A lot of Scorpio people are like, oh my God, I don't want anybody to see me. You know, anyhow, let me see what's going on with you guys real quick. Oh, hey, Cherry Strawberry, I love your name. Oh, wow. Yeah. Pisces, got to stay off Facebook. I hear you, Spotless Mind, because Pisces is very sensitive energy. Totally, totally. Okay, so let's get on. Let's get on with the astrology of the week. So we have the Sun conjunct Mercury. Like I said, it's building, and it's going to be in an exact conjunction on the 8th of October. Also on the 8th, we have Venus in a square to Saturn. So Venus square Saturn. This is Venus in Virgo, excuse me, square Saturn and Sagittarius. So Sagittarius energy, it's wild and free. It's all about fun. It's all about who cares, right? It's another freedom-loving energy. I've been talking a lot about freedom-loving energy. Sag is one of the #1 signs that is all about that. However, and then Virgo energy is not about that life, not about that life of freedom. It's more like, no, there's discipline and structure and order, and we got to do things a certain way, and we got to keep up with time and schedules and budgets and all of that stuff, right? So this is Venus and Virgo squaring Saturn and Sag. So it's those two energies squaring off, which is a challenge. They're challenging each other. But now let's look at the planets though. Venus's energy, it does want to be like expressive and it like wants to enjoy life a lot. And Saturn's energy is like that strict father that says no. Venus is like, hey, I want to go out and play. I want to date. I want to spend money. And then Saturn is like, no. So there's a challenge there between the two energies. And it's interesting because when I was just explaining the Virgo energy versus the Sag, you know, that then they're kind of flip-flop, because Virgo versus Sag, Virgo is a more uptight energy and Sag is the freedom-loving one. But Venus is the more, you know, fun, loving energy. And then Saturn is more of like the uptight, you know what I mean? So it is kind of uptight versus I want to get out and I want to do things. I want to do what I enjoy. So yeah, those two energies are squaring off. So it is going to bring us some challenges as a collective when it comes to things like love and money and enjoyment and your resources. So we will be challenged in that way. So it's calling us to have a balance between being conservative and being, you know, like jumping out there and flying and just doing what we want. It's, you know, still enjoy yourself, but yet still watch your budget, watch your time, watch your schedule, all of that good stuff. So that's Venus square Saturn. We also have Mars is going to square Saturn on the 11th. So Mars is our action. It's how we move around. It's going after things. And then square Saturn is like Saturn telling Mars, no, slow down, slow your roll. Okay. You know, you want to jump and you want to move. And Virgo energy is very nervy too. Like Venus and Virgo is very nervous about love, you know, oh my God, are things going to go right? And blah, blah, blah. And then Saturn is like, calm down, Venus. Oh my gosh, calm yourself, you know, don't be so nervous. Things will work out as long as you do this, that, and the other. With Mars's energy squaring Saturn, it's like, Mars and Virgo is like, oh my God, I got to get all these things done. Saturn is like, slow your roll, Mars and Virgo. It's going to be all right. Slow and steady wins the race. As long as you do things step by step by step in a disciplined manner, they will work out fine. Don't worry about tomorrow, okay? It'll work out. So that's happening exactly on the 11th. Someone asked, how long are these transits? Sally asked. Thank you, Sally. I would say, you know, Venus and Mars are very close together. Actually, they were exactly conjunct yesterday, which was the 5th of October. They're exactly conjunct. And then now today they are still conjunct exactly. And I've noticed the energy has been a little feisty because of the Venus and Mars conjunction. Virgo isn't the most like romantic sign, you know, when you think of love and things getting fired up and heated up and all that stuff. But Venus and Mars together, it doesn't matter the sign, it's still passionate energy because it's masculine and feminine masculine and feminine coming exactly together, like smushing together. Imagine like Venus and Mars are like kissing right now, you know? So a lot of people are feeling like that. And let me look at the timeline really quick, my ephemeris, you know. Let me look at my ephemeris here. I'll get exact and Virgo and detailed. So Venus and Mars are going to be squaring Saturn actually for a little while. I would say for the next week or so, Venus and then Mars, probably for about 2 weeks because Mars is moving slower than Venus. But they will still be making that aspect. Am I from Jersey? No, I'm not from Jersey, honey, but I love accents of all kinds from all over the country and the world. So sometimes I bust out in them like randomly because I'm very Uranian and weird. So Sophia says people are flirting with her lately and it's confusing. Sophia, do you have any Virgo planets, or is Virgo in any of your romantic houses, the 5th, the 7th, or the 8th? Let me know. Or in the 1st. So yeah. So the biggest thing though, literally the biggest thing happening in this next week, which I will go through all the signs and then I will get into some coffee talk. So the biggest thing is Jupiter moving into Scorpio. Okay, so we'll talk about that in a second. But, you know, we're in Libra season right now, guys, because of the Sun and Mercury in Libra. And Libra energy could be quite indecisive. And I have a lot of Libra and 7th house energy. So sometimes I can get like that, too, especially when that energy is in the air and I'm tapping into it. So you guys let me know, because Libra is all about asking others what they think and bouncing ideas off of other people to make a decision. So I have a few topics that have been requested of me several times by different people. And now I'm like, I can't decide which one I should pick. So I'll let the majority rule. I'll glance at the chat, try to keep an eye. People suggested that I talk about Wendy Williams and her husband supposedly cheating. There's been Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott. Will they last even though they're having a baby? And is this really his kid? Jamie Foxx and Katie Holmes. How are they a couple? They seem like an odd couple to some people. At least on the outside, they appear to be an odd couple, I guess, to some. So they're curious about it. So you guys let me know in the chat which one of those I should choose to talk about in Coffee Talk. I have all of these charts up of all these people ready to go. Okay, I'm ready to go. Okay, she is prepared. So let me know and I will cover at least one of these topics, one of these couples, or yeah, one of these couples. Okay, it's Libra season, so we're talking about couples today. All right, I see one for Wendy, so I'll try to keep a tally. Okay, 2 for Wendy. All right, so let me get into Jupiter and Scorpio for all of the signs very quickly. I'm so happy about Jupiter and Scorpio. I'm not going to spend too much time on it though, guys. I am a little limited because I've got some other obligations every Friday now. So like family obligations. But I will cover every sign though. And there are still other awesome people on this channel that are covering Jupiter and Scorpio, like Lotta has already, and so on. So go check everybody's videos out because I know they're talking about it too. So Jupiter and Scorpio. Jupiter is expansion. It's the biggest planet in our solar system that we're aware of, right? And so Jupiter, it rules expansion and it's doing it big. I mean, it's the biggest planet. It is about doing things big, doing things in a grand way, seeing life from the bigger picture point of view. You know what I mean? It's all about opportunity. Okay. So going after opportunities. So that's Jupiter. Now being into Scorpio, wow, we're at the last degree of Jupiter and Libra right now. I believe we are. I believe we're at the 29th degree. I'll take a look right now. See current chart. I use, just FYI guys, this isn't like a paid promotion or anything, but I use Time Passages Pro on iOS, on iPhone for astrology to take a quick look at like what's going on and the charts, and you can save charts and everything. So let's see, we're at 29 degrees of Jupiter in Libra right now. The 29th degree is like that last concentrated degree of Libra. The 29th degree is like, a lot of times at the 29th degree of an energy of a planet, people are tired. They're done with the energy. They're like, let's move on already. I've heard a lot of people saying that, you know, like I'm done with whatever this is that's going on, that this planet, this energy is highlighting in my life. Like, can we move it along? Can we get into some new energy? So we will be in about 4 more days. Okay. So Jupiter moving into Scorpio. Wow. This is our minds, our higher minds, which is Jupiter, going into more of a scorpionic area. We may see as a collective, well, on a negative side, some of the negative things of Scorpio, which is more darkness, you know, people wanting to tune into more like darker themed things, which can be negative to some people. Some people who are Scorpios themselves, the dark side is life. Okay. It's just part of life. What we may see is, we may see more of, I think it's a good thing for those of us who are into astrology and tarot and the quote unquote taboo. I think it's a good thing for us. And this transit happens every 12 years, guys. It's not like a rare phenomenon, Jupiter and Scorpio. It was in Scorpio in 2005-ish. So if you're old enough to think back and remember what was going on during that time for you, there may be a repeat of that, or just not exactly, but like the same area of life may be affected for you. Like, for example, if you're an Aquarius rising, Scorpio is your 10th house of career. So 12 years ago, did you have a career advancement of some sort, you know, just as an example. But yes, Jupiter and Scorpio as a collective, I think it's going to be good for those of us who are into, you know, things that are scorpionic, you know, or into research and investigation. And let me tell you also, Jupiter is expansive. if you guys think that there have been secrets about things exposed, you know, over the last several years, trust me, when Jupiter goes into Scorpio, that's going to happen even more. More secrets exposed of anything and everything, you know, which as a Scorpio rising, I'm like, hey, that's cool. Like, I love like secrets being exposed. You know, that little meme that people do of like Michael Jackson eating popcorn. That's me when it's like secrets exposed. I'm like, oh my God. Let me get my tea and my popcorn. Oh my gosh, you know. So, but yeah, there will be more of that. As if there isn't enough already, right? With tabloids and all this stuff, but a lot of hidden stuff is going to come to light even more. And this is going to be making a positive aspect to Pluto Pluto in Capricorn eventually next year, right? And Pluto rules the sign of Scorpio. So when they're in, you know, this sextile aspect next year, expect more of like, especially when it comes to the government, which Capricorn rules, where Pluto is at, there will be more government stuff hidden that's coming to the surface. Anyway, I could go on and on about this, but I'm sure you guys want to know how is it going to affect you personally with your sign. So let's get to that really quick. So Jupiter in Scorpio from October of 2017 to, I believe, October of 2018, 2017 to 2018, right? So David asked, Jupiter in Scorpio bring out internal healing? Yes. I believe more of the healing arts are going to be more accepted and gain more exposure. For example, Reiki, crystal healing, any of that type of thing, you know, anything along those lines, using herbs and all that stuff. Although Scorpio doesn't really rule like herbs, and that's more Taurus, but Uranus is going to go into Taurus next year. And there'll be an opposition, Jupiter and Uranus, sometime next year. But that can still bring things like a challenge that brings things to a head and a breaking point, for things to be more like exposed into the air. Okay, so there could be more of that. Anything that has to do with healing that's more on the alternative side, I guess, is going to start coming about in the next like year or so. So anyhow, going through the signs, Jupiter and Scorpio, where is your life going to be expanded? And when I say expanded, I do mean positive opportunities, yes, but also don't forget Jupiter is expansive like a magnifying glass. So if in this area of life you have issues there, Jupiter can magnify them as well so that you can see them from a big picture point of view. They're like going to be a sign in front of your face. Hello, you need to look at me. Okay. Like that's what Jupiter is going to, how it can expand things that aren't so positive. But that's so you can turn it around, okay? Because Jupiter's energy is all about, you know, that turn lemons into lemonade type of thing, you know, turn a negative into a positive. Jupiter is all about that. So if any problems are expanded, guys, just remember it's for an opportunity to turn it into a positive thing and have a great turnaround, okay? So let's start with the signs. Starting with Aries. Where is Jupiter and Scorpio going to affect your life? Where are you going to be getting your life, Aries, over the next year? This is going to be in your 8th house. So anything scorpionic, Aries, you guys are going to be experiencing more of that in your life. And that can mean what I've seen happen when Jupiter expands and transits through someone's 8th house. I've seen a few things happen. Number one, yes, they can gain more money by other people. So if you are an Aries and you're trying to marry into money or something like that, that can happen. Okay. Thank you, Phoenix Rising. Thank you, Marina. Hi. So you can marry into money. You can also, what I've also seen and experienced is if you have any credit cards, your limits get increased, or you get more offers, or you get more approvals for credit cards and loans when Jupiter's in your 8th house. So this is what's going on for Aries people. It's also an opportunity for if you are single, or even if you're in a relationship and you still don't feel like completely letting go to be able to open up and merge with another person, Aries, you can have that opportunity to do that. Someone may show you the way. They may like break down that wall that you may have up, okay, over the course of the next year. So intimacy and money can definitely expand either way for Aries people. So for Tauruses, Jupiter and Scorpio, how is it affecting Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising people? This is in your 7th house, which is relationships. Okay, so a couple of things. It can either expand on your issues so that you can fix them, Taurus, and be more happier. It can expand the number of prospective relationship partners, I've seen Jupiter in the 7th give people many options when it comes to dating, right? So they start like having all these people come out of the woodworks interested in them or trying to hook them up with somebody or hook up with them. So that's a possibility for Taurus people. And yeah, I've seen more happier times within your relationship that's existing or taking things to the next level, like an engagement or a marriage, for example, for Tauruses. I've seen some people with Jupiter in the 7th, they actually separate from someone and get divorced or break up. Yes, they do. But in return, they find true happiness within relationships. Okay? So that's for Tauruses. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, the Jupiter and Scorpio transit over the next year is going to affect your 6th house. So this can be you guys finally having some good luck with jobs. This can also mean you guys like actually going through several different jobs, to be honest, Gemini. And Gemini people are notorious for like, let me change things up. You know, I can't sit in one place for too long. So maybe changing up to having a few different jobs over the next couple of years. Oh, Phil. Hey, what's up, Phil? Thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming through. So Gemini people, yes, you guys may have, or you can have good luck within a job that you already have. And you could be seen in a more positive light. You can have more successes there, more opportunities come up. Work. Yes, David. For Gemini people, that may be your theme song over the next year with this Jupiter transit. This is also the house of health. So this can expand on things when it comes to health, which I would be careful, Gemini, because this can Jupiter in the 6th house is one of several transits that can expand your waistline. Okay, so if you're not trying to gain weight, this is a weight gain transit. It is commonly known for that because the 6th house is habits. Jupiter is indulgence. You can gain a habit of overindulging, okay, which can result in weight gain, which can result in having some health problems associated with eating and food and overindulging, maybe in alcohol or other things. So just be careful, Gemini. But the jobs, yes, the jobs will be lit up, or health can actually be going better for you. Okay. So next up is Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. How is Jupiter and Scorpio affecting you guys over the next year? This is in your 5th house. So Cancers, oh my gosh, I feel so happy for you guys. 5th house is children, which Cancers love. Cancers love kids and babies and all that stuff. So Cancers, you guys are going to be super fertile over the next year. Just be aware of that. But this is also in your house of romance, so maybe more romantic love experiences. Dating, if you're single and dating, Cancer, it could be off the chain, okay? I mean, like, you guys can have more dating partners, go on a lot more dates. I remember Jupiter in the 5th, and I was single. Thank God. When that happened, it was so much fun. Let me tell you, it was so much fun. It was so awesome. I had the best time of my life, the last Jupiter in the 5th transit. So Cancers, really look forward to that because this is also the house of hobbies and doing what your heart desires and what makes it happy. And so you can just really have some more successes there. However, this is if you're not trying to have a child, you know, or you can have a kid even if you're not trying. Okay, I've had that happen to me too during a Jupiter in the 5th transit. So just be mindful of that, Cancers. Other than that, Jupiter in the 5th is pretty awesome. The only thing that I could see negative is maybe expanding on your ego to where you can be too big-headed and like, do you not know who I am type of attitude, you know? So try not to tap into that, Cancer, but it's pretty awesome though for you guys. So Leo, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant Jupiter in Scorpio. How's it affecting you guys? This is in your 4th house. So for Leos, this can be opportunities to expand your home, literally, like maybe build onto your home, move to a bigger home, move across country, or move to another country, move abroad for some Leos. This can also be expanding your family via new people in the family, moving people in, having more children or adopting or whatever it is that you do, more pets, you know, expanding the family and the home in some sort of way. If there's family issues, those can be magnified though, Leo, so just be aware of that. But remember, it's all to turn it around into something positive later on. Okay, so for Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, Jupiter and Scorpio, where is it affecting you guys? Sorry, all this I end up having some just randomly fall out. And I was on Leo, so of course. Thank you, Leos. Anyway, Virgo. This is happening in your third house for Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Jupiter and Scorpio, your third house. So this could be Virgos, great opportunities for learning. Virgos love learning. They love information. They love data. They love reading books and reading articles. You're very mercurial because you're ruled by Mercury. And this is expanding on your mercurialness, if that's a word. It's a word here for us, okay? It's expanding on that mercurial energy. So your minds are going to be so like, wow. Your minds are going to be so expansive to where you can absorb so much more information. It's really great for training, for jobs, for going back to school, or just like in like little classes of things that you want to learn. You want to get certified in things. Just learn some new skills, Virgo. This is a wonderful time for that. I've also seen Jupiter in the third house give people new cars, especially a bigger car or vehicle than the last one that they've had. You can expand on that. Also, it can expand and magnify if you have any issues within your siblings, relationships with them, but only to turn them around though, Virgo. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So Libra, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, how is Jupiter and Scorpio affecting you guys? This is in your second house. I'm so happy for Libras. As a Taurus sun, I'm like money, money, money. I'm always happy to hear about money, right? So Libra people, this is expanding on your finances, which is awesome. Libras, so Jupiter in the second house. This can be you guys earning more money. So if some of you guys are when Jupiter was in your sign, you got some great new opportunity that came up. Maybe now it's like you get to move on and you get to move up in pay. You know, your pay grade can raise. You can ask for a raise. Stuff like that can happen for Libra people, or getting a new job to where you make more money than the last one. You know, I have a Libra rising friend, and he works in radio, and he's been working the same radio job forever. Jupiter in Libra has made him say, you know what, there's more opportunity out there for me. Where can I find it? It's not here in my city. So Jupiter is going somewhere different, right? So now he's in a different city with a new job, and he's making more money. And he starts this week. He started this week. So right when Jupiter goes into Scorpio, that first paycheck, bam, more money. So hopefully that happens for some of you Libra people as well. But on the negative side, I guess Jupiter in the second can make you want to spend more money and be more, flashy with your money. Like just spend it more when you should be saving, I guess. Be a little bit more indulgent when it comes to money, where, some of you guys should be conserving for the future. That's the only thing with that. So Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, how's Jupiter and Scorpio going to affect you guys? This is in your sign. So you guys are going to have many opportunities come up. But listen, here's the thing though, guys. We talk about all these positive things with Jupiter, right? However, if you are just kind of sitting around and not putting yourself out there to be able to have opportunities come to you, or you're not going after these opportunities, then you may be one of those people that say, well, Jupiter is so lucky. Well, it didn't do anything for me. You have to be putting yourself out there. You have to be going after them. This is all about faith and belief. So Scorpios are going to have a lot of faith and belief in themselves once Jupiter moves here, to broaden your horizons in life overall, whatever that means for you. If that means you want to read more books, I mean, I have friends that were reading more books when Jupiter was in their sign, and that's as far as they went, but they still gained a lot of knowledge that can help them to find, seek out opportunities for themselves that way, but some people, they're actually like, hey, you know what? I'm actually out here. I'm trying to find those opportunities. Scorpios especially have so much going on for them in this next year to where there's no reason why you can't be going after stuff. You've got the North Node in your 10th house. You've got eclipses in your 10th house. That's being seen by the public. That's advancing within career. So then Jupiter in your sign is going to be enhancing that, okay? It's going to be challenging you even more, like to expand anywhere in life. Now, the only negative with Jupiter in the first is this is the house of the body. So Scorpios, if you're not trying to, be a little Biggie Smalls and stuff, okay, you need to make sure you calm yourself down with the indulgence. I have a Libra rising friend. She's a gorgeous model body and everything. Soon as Jupiter hit Libra last year, all her posts on social media were food, 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 food. And then she was like, oh my gosh, her gaining weight was like, she just got a little bit of I was going to say a pancita. Like all you guys know what that means. She got a little belly going on, you know, that was it. But she still gained weight and she was like not happy about it. But it's because it was so wanting to be so like enjoying life so much through food and indulgence that's what happened. She, you know, gained some weight. So Scorpios, if you're not trying to, you know, just watch it with the diet over the next year. Okay. But if you want to bulk up though, like you want to get swole, you know what I mean? You want to be like The Rock or like any of them big muscly guys or whatever people. This is an opportunity to expand on your body that way. Some muscle can't be bad, right? I don't know, whatever. But anyway, Scorpios, best of luck to all you guys. Go after those opportunities. So Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising, how's Jupiter and Scorpio affecting you guys? This is in your 12th house. So Jupiter in the 12th, it doesn't really do like a whole lot of grand things that can be seen, okay? Because this is a house of hidden. This is a hidden energy, right? So this is more, some Sages maybe like more hermits, I guess. And I know you guys love to get out and be adventurous. So you're like, oh, boo, this isn't very fun. But no, this is taking a really deep look within. And I know you guys are probably like, why do I need more of that? I already have Saturn making me do that, you know, kind of restricting me to not be able to get out as much as possible, as much as I used to or whatever. But you need this time, okay? You need this time in order to go within and figure out even more of who you are. And this is your ruling planet going into the 12th. So it's a great time to learn a lot more too. Learn about yourself, learn about life, learn about the mysteries and wonders of life. I mean, Sages are usually into stuff like that. So, you know, just think of it as a great opportunity to expand more on that. And also, Sages, the 12th house is also going far away distances. And I have seen people when Jupiter is in their 12th house travel abroad and travel somewhere far that they've never been before. So it's not all just being a hermit. You know, you guys can have an opportunity to do that too. So, yeah, and it's also having kind of like, it seems like a guardian angel looking out for you almost, Sag, with Jupiter in the 12th house. And Sages can be so impulsive and do some crazy stuff. So this can be you guys, you know, not saying to just do crazy stuff on purpose and nothing will happen to you, but this can be like having a guardian angel. Like as soon as you are at you feel like you're at your rock bottom, your lowest low, bam, here comes an opportunity. Here comes someone offering you help, offering you assistance. That type of thing can happen a little more for you guys, Sag. So that's for Sag. Now, Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising. Jupiter and Scorpio, where is it going to be affecting you guys? It's going to be in your 11th house of networking. Oh my gosh, this is so great because for Capricorns, you guys, Saturn's going into your sign this coming year. We've got Jupiter is currently finishing its run through your 10th house of career. Caps are usually all about career and advancement. And you guys, it's like you could have been given some great career opportunity. And now is the time to expand on your networks. Like, okay, I got this like dope new job, right? Now I can build a network of great people who are like-minded, who are all about success, just like I am. And we can build together, build some great thing, whatever it is your thing is in life, Cappy. So, and also, you know, it could be that you were working so hard with all this career stuff and you still might be with Saturn in your sign later, but you can still have some cool opportunities to actually get out and hang out with friends, build more friendships. And I know Cappies always have this saying, I keep my circle small. Cappies usually do that, but it's an opportunity to like get out of that a little bit. You know what I mean? And actually have some more fun with some like-minded people that you'll be surprised. Like, wow, I'm actually allowing myself to open up like this. So I am able to make some more friends and they're actually cool people that I can trust. You know, I would say the only downside to Jupiter in the 11th, there's not really much of a downside except, Cappies, if you do like to be more private and keep your circle small, you might gain more acquaintances, and you'll just have to try to separate those people that want to hang around you for notoriety or just like for reasons that are not totally genuine. You may have more of those people pop up, to be honest. And you can utilize them, I guess, for like contacts, for like work and stuff, but you're going to have to kind of weed people out, you know, like keep your distance from just those types that they don't want genuine friendship. And if you really do, quality over quantity. Yes. Thank you. Caps like quality, but you'll have a more quantity of people around. And also this can be, if you're a Cap that's on social media, you'll gain more of a following when Jupiter is in your 11th house. So the only downside to that, of course, is the same thing, you know, more people wanting to contact you and stuff, but you got to tell yourself, remember, these people don't really know me, right? I want to only surround myself with people who really know me and I can trust, and I can't really trust all these people like that, you know, but it's cool to still be, you know, having recognition though. Okay, so that's for Cappy. Next up, Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. Where's Jupiter affecting you guys? It's in your 10th house of career. I can't really find any downside to Jupiter in the 10th, honestly. That may be a personal point of view of mine, my own opinion, but Jupiter in the 10th is awesome if you are an Aquarius is trying to build on your career, okay? Because opportunities can come to you if you're really, like I said earlier, you're putting yourself out there, you're giving yourself a chance to have opportunities in front of you. So time for career, Aquarians. Oh my gosh, I know a lot of Aquarians that have been working very hard. You guys have Neptune in your 2nd house of your money, how you earn your money. This could have been causing you guys over the last several years, like having some sort of losses with money, to be honest, you know, not really getting what you deserve, not going after the type of money that you deserve, because this is all about being selfless, which is Neptune in the 2nd. It's selflessness, and it's kind of sometimes like devaluing yourself, your self-worth, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, that can result in not being paid that well. But however, Jupiter in the 10th may be able to bring you some career advancement. Jupiter will make a trine aspect to Neptune at some point in the next year to maybe help to have a career opportunity to boost your income as well, you know, and maybe your money troubles can start leaving, because also Chiron is going to leave your 2nd house next year too. So things could be getting better for Aquarians. I have an Aquarius rising best friend. She called me earlier and she was asking me, she was telling me, venting to me, like, I have all these jobs. I feel like I'm not doing anything though. Like I'm not doing something like for real, something that matters, that's like a title that I feel proud of. I don't feel like that. When is it going to be over? Of course, you know, being her BFF and having, you know, my astrological knowledge or whatever, being her personal Miss Cleo, I told her, don't worry, child. Okay, Jupiter and Scorpio is going to blow up your career. Just keep at it, you know. So Aquariuses, I really wish you guys the best of luck. I hope all that career, you know, opportunity comes to you guys. So just keep working hard, and I'm sure you'll get something good going for you. So lastly but not least is Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. Jupiter in Scorpio over the next year is going to affect your 9th house. 9th house, this is travel, this is opportunity, this is education. This is all about expanding your horizons. And whatever that means for you, Pisces, that can mean just reading more, educating yourself, experiencing more culture, or something just outside of the norm of what you usually do. Okay, this can also mean traveling, planning like a really nice trip, you know, like a really big trip to somewhere you've never been. Planning to go back to school, go to college, all of that stuff. And you guys will be using the word awesome so much more when Jupiter goes into your 9th house. Trust me, that's going to be like your word is awesome, awesome. Everything's awesome. The only downside to Jupiter in the 9th, where I have seen, is people becoming a little more preachy, like saying, oh, well, you know, life can be great if you just do this. It's just so simple. Anybody can do it. And people could be offended by that. You probably will be posting a lot of inspirational quotes on your social media, Pisces, over the next year. Some people will appreciate it. Some people will say, oh my God, like that little eye roll emoji. They'll be like, who does she think she is? Or who does he think he is? Like being all positive and stuff. But just keep doing it. Keep that positive mind state, you know, and Jupiter in the ninth is about opportunity as well. So, you know, just do you, be positive. Don't be too preachy though. But, you know, it's really your time to explore more of the world and to live. The ninth house is about living, okay? Not just existing, but living, actually like exploring all that life has to offer, not just in your little bubble, but like seeing yourself as a citizen of the world is Jupiter in the ninth house. So that was it for the forecast portion of Coffee Talk. I've got 10 more minutes, less than 10 minutes. So we're going to get into the celebrity talk. If you're exiting out because you don't really want to hear the celebrity stuff, thank you for joining me. I hope to see you next week, and I love you. And don't forget, I offer personalized readings. If you want any personal guidance, hit me up. So Coffee Talk. Let me see. So I asked you guys, Wendy Williams, Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott, or Jamie Foxx and Katie Holmes. Who should I cover? I saw a lot of people mention Wendy, okay? And Wendy's is going to be pretty short because I don't know her husband's rising sign, and this is just like just a little bit of stuff I'll cover for her, okay? So let's get into it. So while I bring up the charts and before I share them, so Wendy Williams, if you don't know who she is, she's a talk show host on TV. She has a show to where she covers like celebrity gossip and all that stuff. And she says, "How you doing?" Okay, that's her thing. How you doing? I actually don't mind Wendy Williams personally. I'm not gonna get all personal in this, but I watch a little bit of her show sometimes, only for the sake of keeping up with being able to do Coffee Talk, mostly because I don't really follow too much celebrity stuff. It's like, if it catches my attention, it catches it. If it doesn't, I'll miss it. And I really want to be able to have topics that everybody else knows about to be able to cover and show examples of astrology with. So yeah, I'll watch like little clips of her show that comes on YouTube or whatever. And but she has a lot of controversial stuff that's happened in her life that makes people have their opinions about her. So whatever. But anyway, so Wendy Williams, she's a talk show host, okay, out of New York. She's a Cancer, okay, or she's from New Jersey. She's from Jersey. And I think she's lived there pretty much her whole life. She seems like one of those Cancers that have always lived like in the same place, and they always talk about like their hometown and all that stuff, which I really love that about Cancer people. So she's a Cancer sun, Scorpio moon, Aquarius rising. We know her rising sign because I actually watched this show when she said it. She even said her birth time on one of her episodes before. So you know somebody ran and told Astro theme, okay? So Wendy Williams, it was recently talked about in the media. It was recently said that her husband supposedly has a mistress, is cheating on her, has this mistress that lives 9 miles away from their house. He put her up in a house. Supposedly there's the little, you know, thing that you put in your mailbox to let the male person know who lives there. Has his name on it as well as the ladies. Okay. So he's rumored to be cheating. So is he a cheater? Is he not? You know what? I don't know. I wish I had his birth time. But let's look at their charts really quick to see their relationship and see, are there any transits going on that could be triggering something like this as well? So let me screen share the chart really quick here. Okay. All right. And I have a hair sticking up, of course, because the moon's conjunct Uranus, which rules static electricity and having hair like Weird Al, like, you know. All right. So let me screen share really quick. Oh, wait, no, stop. No, we don't want to see all that. Sorry. We want to see Wendy Williams' chart. Here we go. Wendy Williams' chart. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know if you saw that. It was really weird. But okay. Here we go. Oh my gosh. We're trying to look at... Okay. Okay, stop. Okay. Sorry about this. I don't know what's going on, but Moon and Uranus energy is very strange. So here we go. Let's try this again. Screen share. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, some normalcy under this Moon and Uranus conjunction. Okay, sorry about that. So here we have Wendy Williams' chart. Okay, and like I said, we do know her birth time. She confirmed it. Okay, so this is her chart. Now I only have a few minutes, so I'll just tell you guys this. Is something going on within her relationship, within her marriage? I believe something definitely can be. It's either something really is going on, or it's just being presented as a challenge. Her marriage is being challenged right now. Why is that? Well, her ascendant is Aquarius. Her seventh house of relationships is Leo, right? Excuse me. So where have the eclipses been? In Leo and Aquarius since earlier this year. Hold on, let me take a sip of this tea real quick while I'm spilling the tea, right? Okay, Leo and Aquarius, this is where the eclipses are. And guys, these eclipses are going to be hitting her first house of the self and the seventh house of relationships until 2019, okay? There will be the last one in January 2019. That's where the cycle of the eclipses that started this year are going to be wrapping up. And the nodes are transiting through there. So the north node is currently in her seventh house, south node in the first. So self versus relationships. Okay, so yes, her relationship is under scrutiny, under fire right now. It has been in the past. I read a couple of little blurbs that said like her husband's been accused of cheating in the past, but I don't know how big that was. I wasn't really paying attention back then, but I've paid attention now. And yes, there's eclipses here. So there could be some issues in her marriage. And the thing is, people are saying, well, Wendy talks about everybody else's relationships all the time. Why is she not being public about her own? Well, look at here. Her moon is in Scorpio. She's a Scorpio moon. Scorpio is very private. And this is at the top of her chart, okay? This is ninth house in Placidus, but in whole sign, Scorpio is the 10th house of public image for Aquarius risings. Also, look at what's going on. In the Placidus chart, her 10th house of public image is actually Sagittarius. Where is Saturn right now? Saturn is up here. Saturn is up here challenging her public image. Public image and status, guys, can also mean whether or not you're married, you're divorced, you're single, you're engaged, whatever you consider your relationship status to be. So it's being presented with a challenge. Now, what's up with her husband? I did a chart for him on astro.com because there was no astro theme for him. I guess he's really not that famous enough to have one. But so this is not his ascendant, guys. I said it for 6 a.m. because he's a Virgo sun. So I said it for sunrise. So he's got, Sun, Mercury, Mars, all in Virgo, stellium in Virgo. And let's see, he's got Venus in Leo. So there has been an eclipse on his Venus. The full moon eclipse, August 7th, was on his Venus. It was like in the full moon in Aquarius opposing his Venus, right? So yeah, this is definitely bringing some things to light for him. What I find interesting about their relationship is, what was I looking at? He has a Capricorn moon. And so we don't know the degree of his moon because we don't know his birth time, but Pluto has been transiting over his moon. The moon can rule family. It can rule, your home life. And so Pluto can uncover secrets. So Pluto... Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. But let me go back to my screen share. Okay. Because I only have like less than a minute left. Okay. So if you guys are still with me, thank you. Sorry about that. So anyhow, here's the chart again of Kevin Hunter, Wendy Williams' husband. Okay. So Wendy Williams' husband, this is his chart. And Jupiter and Sag at the 29th degree is what he has. We'll take a look at Wendy's 10th house. She's got, he's her manager. And so his Jupiter lands like up here somewhere. So that can speak to him being her manager and helping to boost her career. Now, does Wendy attract cheaters? Does she attract cheaters? Well, look it, she's got Mars and Venus in Gemini. And I already told you guys when we talked about Kevin Hart, I talked about that Mars and Gemini, okay? So for a woman, Mars rules the type of men that you attract to you. So Mars in Gemini, Gemini energy is prone to living double lives. I know people will say, I'm a Gemini. Okay, well, maybe you've got some heavier energy that grounds your Gemini to where you don't just like flutter off amongst other like different households, you know, at one time. But Mars and Gemini, unfortunately, guys, just being honest and 100%, it does have more of a tendency than other signs to flutter off. So she can attract, she can attract men to her that can be prone to living double lives. And actually, she can have a double life too. She can live that double life as well if she really wanted to. But this is in her 4th house. So, you know, she's a little more private with things, with having 4th house energy, having a moon in Scorpio. But I don't know, that Mars and Gemini tells me she could have a man who, yeah, can live a double life. And see, her Mars, it makes an in conjunct to Neptune. Now, Heather here on Astrology made a really great video about in conjuncts, okay, or the quincunx. I don't really like the word quincunx. It's so hard for me to say, but it can be extremes, right? So look at this, Mars, it makes that aspect to Neptune. So yeah, she can attract men that can be deceitful, period, point blank. What I find interesting about their relationship too is, check it out. His South Node is at 24 degrees of Cancer. South Node can represent past lives. It can represent karma, karmic relationships. And Wendy's Sun, 26 degrees Cancer. Okay, so her Sun is conjunct his South Node. Now, when we do relationships here, I always show you guys how people have these nodal conjunctions that makes them bond together. So she may still try to stick it out. They may have had cheating things going on in the past. She may have been aware of him living double lives and cheating before, but because there's that Sun conjunct South Node, they feel a sense of like, we are meant to be together. We've been together before in a past life, and we've got to be together now. So hold on, let me stop screen sharing real quick. But I'll tell you one thing, guys, those quote unquote soulmate connections that you can see through the nodes in astrology and synastry, they don't always mean that you have to be with somebody and stick with them. Okay, it means that you have a connection. There's a reason for you to be together. But sometimes even people that have those soulmate conjunctions, they have to, at some period of time, they have to separate, you know, because they were just with each other for a reason, for lessons or whatever. So will their marriage survive? Only time will tell. These eclipses, like I said, they're going to continue over the next year to hit her 7th house. Once the nodes switch into the later degrees of Cancer and Capricorn, which is the end of 2018, that will be her husband Kevin's nodal return, and it'll be the North Node on her Sun. Okay, so that can maybe signify a huge shift in their marriage and in their relationship. So we'll see what happens, guys. But right now she's keeping things hush hush and uber Scorpio, uber Scorpio moon about everything. And of course, you know what? It's really none of anybody's business. Scorpio rising here. It's none of anybody's business. But at the same time, it's been exposed to the media. So it'll come out, especially when Jupiter goes into Scorpio. So on that note, I'm going to close out, guys. I thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys so much every week for tuning into Coffee Talk. I'm sorry if I flashed people anything in the beginning. I'll have to go back and replay it and like try not to be like, oh my God. Sorry about that, guys. But tune in next week. I should be here around the same time. And I love all of you. And don't forget, I do offer readings, relationship readings, especially this is Libra season, the season of relationships. So check out my offers below, the link below to my readers page. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Have a fantastic week. No more crazy full moon and Aries stuff, okay? Just keep yourself calm, all right? So peace out, guys. Have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful week.